Let me see you wobble. I'm CEO, Steve Jobs of the Wobs. I'm hard at work making your thingamabob. I invented something you ain't never seen before. It's called the Wobble, let me show you some more.
I know you're based out of Atlanta. Are you on the road now or are you at home?
LA right now, and we've just been, the record's done, all the artwork's done, so we've been like, I went to Vegas for about 3 days, and then now we're in LA for about a week, and then we go back home, start practicing for a few weeks, and start touring at the end of October.
Well, it's very exciting news about the new album. Is it 3? Is that how you say it? Or
yeah, 3.
3.
I know people are like, is it I? And I'm like, come on, guys, Roman numerals, let's do it.
And it's
so yeah, it's 3.
It's due out next week, October 18th. I listened to it. Wobble should be getting a lot of heavy rotation. I know it's featured as an iTunes single. And just so ironically, the lyrics mention Steve Jobs in the song. I am a CEO, Steve Jobs at the Wobs. I'm hard at working, making your thingamabob. How timely is this song with the untimely death of Steve Jobs? Can you talk a little bit about the inspiration behind the lyrics of Wobble?
Yeah, well, it's obviously just the dance and stuff, and we're all fans of Apple products and use them in all of our music and stuff. And he's a super important person, I guess, to the whole musical community. And we were like, dude, who's got the ultimate job in the world? And at the time when we wrote it, which was not too long ago, we were like, dude, it's Steve Jobs, man. He's the CEO. He's the head, master of, the biggest company in the world. He made that, So we're talking about how we made a dance, and we're the CEO of this dance called the Wobble.
The song Paycheck, also off the new album, it's also along the same lines as, at least as I interpret it, as Wobble, as work theme related. And it almost seems to have a political message, perhaps about the hurting economy. Is there a message associated with Paycheck and the overall theme of the album for that?
Yeah, Paycheck definitely has a vibe. I mean, some of our friends in bands or just personal friends, and even some of our encounters in the past, I don't know, since 2008, since the market, crashed everywhere, there's a lot of people that are hurting for money and stuff. I mean, some of my best friends that I've known for 8 or 9 years that have been, doing great at music or great at entertainment business, all of a sudden they're, broke. And I was like, man, I think there's a part of America that I think there's something about every American that could probably relate to this on some certain level. And so we just wanted to write something that was, kind of heartfelt, that is definitely talking about the economy. And I guess it does have a little political thing, but I mean, it's still just a song that has a message that's like, living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, it's pretty literal how it goes for it. But the overall theme of the album is, I mean, that's probably our most, serious song. A lot of the other songs are really, really fun, dancey numbers or hard rocking numbers. So, with Family Force 5, you're always going to have, fun, upbeat, kind of catchy, fun tunes. But we wanted to make a very serious song about, some stuff that some of the guys in the band have went through, and and stuff that our friends have been through too, and try to tell that story.
Do you have plans for an album release party next week, or any videos coming forth?
Yeah, we've got some video promo that's going to be coming up pretty soon, and I think we're shooting something for Wobble towards a little bit in November, so we're getting amped up for that. And I think we'll be coming out with something, a video for Paycheck as well. So that's what's going on. We're getting ready for the tour at the end of this month, the It's All Gold tour, and yeah.
I understand the band is running the Gold Karaoke Challenge on the tour for fans. Can you talk a bit about that?
Yeah, this is a band called the 808ers that we hired to do some karaoke and play our songs, and we might jump up there on stage with them here and there and stuff. But we were like, dude, why don't we get like a karaoke band to do some of our back catalog as well as like Wobble or something like that if the kids wanted to sing whatever. And so we asked our kids online because we're pretty involved within the social community. We asked them, would you guys want to sing karaoke with us if we got a band to come up there and do it with us? And all the kids are like, oh my God, it would be amazing to, get to sing next to Glow Activatur or get to, be on stage with you guys. So it looks like a lot of people are really interested in it. So we're excited. So I hope they, warmed up their vocal chops, because if they suck, we'll probably kick them off the stage.
Family Force 5 has a very impressive catalog of albums and EPs. I counted at least 7 since the band started up in 2005. How do you manage to crank out so much music and recording sessions in between, touring, and everything else?
Well, we just, I don't know, it's in you. I mean, if it's something that you're passionate about and it's something that you love, it doesn't really feel like work. And I don't know, when we're not working, I tend to get kind of down and depressed. So it's like, I want to, the vacation is usually, it's nice for a few days, and then you kind of want to get back to making something. It's just, it lives within all of us, and we need to feel the need to create all the time. So, I hope our fans appreciate it, and I think they do. So, I don't know, you kind of have to just keep going, sleep when you're dead, I guess.
What would you say was the breakthrough hit as a band that boosted your career to a higher level?
I think a song called Love Addict did the best for us. It seems to be the one that people really go nuts for. Yeah, it's done well for us. That was from our first album. But we're looking forward to this third album on 3, hopefully a Wobble or Paycheck or the song called Can You Feel It. A lot of people are responding that we just showed to our friends or to our just random people. They're digging those songs a lot.
And you were on the Warped Tour.
Yes.
Yeah. What was that Warped Tour experience like? Can you share any behind the scenes, backstage, kind of Spinal Tap stories for the fans? Something kind of juicy and interesting.
We did a Warped Tour this year, and it was definitely fun. But I think my favorite Warped Tour memory is my brother, the drummer, who we call Crouton, but his name was Jacob. He had a dance-off with Katy Perry, and Katy Perry still won, but Jacob got second place because just Katy Perry, she jumped on top of some kind of two guys, and they played her like a keyboard, and I was like, wow, that's a finishing move right there. I don't know if you can beat that. So that was definitely one of the fun deals. I don't know, this year Family Force 5 was always kind of the band that like set up the tent and popped out the DJ rig and sat, next to 82 buses, and people started coming over, and we all just had dance parties every night. So that's kind of what we're known for, is just, throwing parties. So it's fun.
Justin Bieber or Nick Jonas, if you had to tour with one of the pop teen idols, who would you pick and why?
I don't know, the Bieber, I mean, I'm a fan. I love that guy. I hope he's our new Justin Timberlake, because Timberlake looks like he's just going to be acting for a while. So, he seems like a really talented kid, and he seems pretty cool in interviews and stuff. Justin Bieber tour would be the one. It sounds like it would be a little more fun.
If you could bring one music legend back from the dead and go into the studio sessions or on the road with them, who would that be and why?
I would probably I'd probably go with either I'd have to go with Michael Jackson, dude. I mean, I love that guy's stuff. And he's just I worked with a couple engineers that said he didn't know how to play any instruments, but he sang everything to everybody, the parts that he wanted, the piano parts, the guitar parts, the drum parts, and he just, after seeing whatever movie, that the documentary, and seeing how involved he is, or he was, with every decision, to the lights, to the stage, to the dancing, to the notes, to everything. It was like, wow, this dude's super intense, and he seems like a very inspiring character, you know, with as weird as he was. But yeah, that dude, I actually cried when he died.
I have a music industry question. What do you think of some of the new applications coming out, like Pandora and Spotify? Are these new Napsters essentially overriding the artist's royalties, or do these tools support the bands?
I mean, at this point in time, like, you know, a lot of people started asking us right when we came out. They're like, hey, you know, what do you think about LimeWire? What do you think about file sharing and stuff? Does that affect you? And, you know, I think it affects everybody in a certain way, but if it wasn't for that type of file sharing and Spotify, I don't know if Family Force 5 would be around, you know? I mean, it's our name has gotten out there because of that. So, I mean, that's what kids are used to, and that's what they're going to grow up in, and that's what, you know, is going to keep going for the rest of our lives. So it's really up to the artist to kind of find a new way to, you know, get your music heard, you know, and find revenue from it. So, you know, the old way is kind of dying, you know. So it's never. I don't think it's going back to where it was, but you know, it's up to artists to find a new way, and that's why we're like, you know, we even give some of our songs away. On a few months ago, we gave this song called "Get On Out of Here," and we plan on giving more songs away because it's, you know, I mean, that's how you keep fans these days. If they can get it for free anyway, why don't you give it away for free? You know.
What's on the horizon for Family Force 5? I know you have a pretty extensive U.S. fall engagements lined up. Do you have anything for 2012 yet?
We are working on that right now. I think, yeah, we'll probably be doing a spring tour through America, and we'll probably get over to the UK and Australia as well. So we'll be doing that. We'll probably be recording the deluxe version of 3. We'll probably call it 3.5 during January and February. So that's what's in the horizons right now.
Do you have a personal message you'd like to impart to your fans?
Yeah, let's party with Family Force 5.
Let me see you wobble. I'm CEO Steve Jobs of the Wobs. I'm hard at work making your thingamabob. I invented something you ain't never seen before. It's called the Wobble. Let me show you some more.